So I know that this isn't going to be an apples to apples comparison, but I'm making this video because these speakers have the same speaker setup of a frontward firing woofer with 3 frontward firing drivers, but these speakers sound and perform very differently from one another. And both of these speakers are really good options if you're planning on doing lots of karaoke. So today we're going to see how the Soundcore Rave 3S compares to the Bose S1 Pro Plus, because this is just a night and day difference. Regarding pricing, this is a huge difference between these two speakers. The Bose S1 Pro Plus has a retail price of $700, which is a lot for a speaker of this size and performance. Whereas the Soundcore Rave 3S has a retail price of $350 and it comes included with 2 wireless microphones. Overall, the Soundcore Rave 3S gives you a very big bang for your buck. Nonetheless, if you want to pick either of these two speakers up, they'll be linked down below, or you can always press on the YouTube shopping button. And if you want to further support the channel, then you can always pick up some merch. So first, there's the design of these speakers. Now, both of these speakers are small and lightweight, so they're both very easy to take on the go with you. However, the Bose is smaller and lighter than the Rave 3S, and it gets as loud as both the JBL Partybox 320 or the Sony XV800. However, this speaker isn't as durable because it's not water resistant because all of its ports are exposed. Now, the plastics on the Soundcore aren't as premium feeling as the plastics used on JBL's Partybox or Sony's XV family of speakers, but at least this speaker is water resistant because its ports are covered. But something the Rave 3S really has over the Bose here is that it has this built-in light feature. Now, this light feature is very bright, it's very dynamic, and I really like its layered hexagonal design, and through Soundcore's app, you can customize this light feature to your liking. So the Rave 3S is just going to bring its own vibe. However, if you do decide to use this light feature, that is going to take its additional toll on the battery life. But this is just somewhere where the Bose just can't compete. Now, when it comes to battery life, the Bose has an advertised battery life of 11 hours, which is alright given how small this speaker is and how loud it gets. Whereas the Soundcore has an advertised battery life of 12 hours, but that's with the speaker playing at 50% volume, with the light feature turned off and with the bass up feature turned off as well. But real-world use with the Soundcore playing at 80% volume, with the light feature turned on and with the bass up feature turned on, is going to be good for around 7 hours of playback time. But when it comes to charging these speakers, the Rave 3S charges via a USB-C port, which is super convenient because you can use your phone's charger to charge it up. Whereas with the Bose, it charges via a 3-prong AC cable, and it has a ground as well, which isn't as convenient. But more importantly, unlike with a lot of other box speakers out there, you are not going to get a performance boost out of either of these two speakers if you use them while they're plugged in. But when it comes to ports, this is what makes both of these speakers very special. Now, with the Bose, it has 2 XLR combo jacks, so if you want, you can plug in 2 microphones, 2 instruments, or you can even plug it into a mixer if you want. And you can adjust the sound of your mic directly from the speaker itself, thanks to the built-in screens. Now, the Bose does have app support, but personally, I just feel that it's a lot easier adjusting your sound settings directly from the speaker itself. Whereas with the Rave 3S, it has a single 3/4-inch input, so you can plug in a mic or a guitar if you want, but more importantly, this speaker comes included with 2 wireless microphones, so you can get a total of 3 mics going with the Rave 3S if you're planning on doing lots of karaoke. And the more mics, the better, especially when you're doing karaoke. But what really makes the Rave 3S really special here is that it has this AI vocal removal tool, which will remove the vocals from any song that you're playing, and it does all of this locally on the device. And we're actually going to go ahead and jump into a quick demo of that right now. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and jump into the AI removal tool. Now we're going to go ahead and press play on our music. So as you can see, we do have the vocals coming in nice and strong. Now, either directly from the speaker itself or from the microphone, you can turn on the AI removal tool. So here we go. Now, by default, it's going to start at maximum. We're going to go ahead and turn it off. There we go. Vocals are back in. Now we're going to remove the vocals. You see, it's barely removed. Vocals are going to come back in now. the really cool thing is that you can also choose how much of the vocals you want to remove. So right now we're going to go ahead and turn on the AI removal tool again. It's going to be at maximum. Okay, now it's on. And as you can see, the vocals have been removed. But we can also go ahead and lower it down to 75%. Vocals came in a little bit. Here's 50%. Vocals are in a little more. And this is at the lowest setting. So with this tool, you can actually choose how much of the vocals you want to remove. And we're going to turn it off again. Okay, the vocals are now completely back in. And we're going to turn on the removal tool again. Here we go. Not bad at all. Okay. So, like you may have just seen, the AI vocal removal tool on this speaker is very impressive. And if you're a casual user and if you're planning on doing lots of karaoke, you have to check out the Rave 3S because it just makes doing karaoke so easy. Whereas with the Bose, this speaker is going to be better reserved for the pros that require XLR inputs. And even if you're not a pro, maybe the Rave 3S is going to be enough. Now, when it comes to connectivity, all of these speakers have Bluetooth. Latency is not an issue for either of these two speakers, so you can use them to watch videos with on your phone, and they can be used with a wired connection. However, the Bose does have a line out, which is nice, but you are going to have to use an XLR cable. But wait, if you want to further support the channel, then check out our affiliate partner, Manscaped. Manscaped has a trimmer for any of your grooming needs. First off, there's the Handyman, which is a compact face shaver. There's the upgraded Lawnmower 4.0 Pro, which charges via a USB-C port and it still has wireless charging, but more importantly, it has a new upgraded and stronger motor. There's also the Lawnmower 5.0, which also has the same great upgraded motor, plus it also comes included with a foil if you want to get a skin-tight shave. There's also the Dome Saver Pro, which has 5 double-track blade heads. It's easy to clean and it also charges via a USB-C port, or it also has wireless charging. And finally, there's the Chairman Pro, which is my personal favorite. It not only feels super premium, but it also has 2 interchangeable heads, so either you can get a skin-tight shave or you can leave the right amount of stubble. No matter your needs, Manscaped has a shaver for you, so check out Manscaped in the link down below. But with all that being said, let's talk about speaker setup. And I'm making this video because I'm shocked at just how similar these setups are, but how different they sound and perform. Now, both of these speakers have a frontward firing woofer and 3 frontward firing drivers. However, the Rave 3S has a rear firing exhaust port, whereas the Bose has frontward firing exhaust ports, and the Bose has its drivers stacked on top of the woofer. But now we're going to go ahead and jump into the sound test. Now, both of these speakers are playing at 75% volume while running off of their internal batteries. But the Rave 3S is running with its bass up feature turned on, and the Bose has its treble decreased and its bass increased because I'm really trying to help this speaker out as much as I can here.
I feel the gravity pull and it keeps me away. I would rather be here, lonely in space. I've made up my mind, I just wanna be free. I live my own life in a new galaxy. I wanna be weightless in the silence of the night sky. I wanna free fall into nothing at all. I'm taking the moment, starting all over. I wanna be free and live my own life in a new galaxy. I live my own life in a new galaxy. the memories fade. It's easing my mind, and I can finally breathe when I'm closing my eyes. Never realized what I just could do, but now I know I'm better off without you. I wanna be weightless in the silence of the night sky. I wanna free fall into nothing at all. I'm taking the moment, starting all over. I wanna be free and live my own life in a new galaxy.
So first we need to talk about volume. The Bose gets very loud. This small speaker gets as loud as either the JBL Partybox 320, Sony XV800, and Soundbox Go. But just cause it gets loud, it doesn't mean that it sounds good. The problem with the Bose is that it sounds like it's screeching cause it just puts a huge emphasis on the mids and highs, and when it comes to bass, it doesn't have all that much bass, or when it does come in, the bass just starts to bottom out. Personally, I do not like or recommend the Bose S1 Pro Plus for listening to music. Whereas with the Soundcore Rave 3S, no, this speaker doesn't get as loud, but it sounds a lot better because it sounds more balanced, it sounds more open, and it actually has bass that both resonates and it also has a good kick to it. And overall, I think the Rave 3S is going to be good for like a 15-person party. Now, Bose claims that the Bose S1 Pro Plus is good for like a 50% crowd, but if it doesn't actually sound good, are you actually going to want to use it? But finally, there's pairing. Now, with the Bose, you can always pair it up with one of Bose's external subwoofers so that you can get a lot more bass going. But if you were to do that, you might as well just get yourself a JBL Partybox Ultimate or a Sony Old Tower 10. And like I mentioned earlier, this speaker does have a line out, but you do have to use an XLR cable. Whereas with the Rave 3S, if you have two of the same speakers, then you can wisely pair them up and get them to play in left and right stereo mode. Or you can always pair up to 10 speakers together and get them to play in sync, and their light features are going to be in sync as well. However, even though the Soundcore Rave 3S is using Auracast, I haven't been able to get it to pair with other Auracast speakers out there. Now, maybe this feature will come in a future software update, but right now, I haven't been able to pair this speaker up with non-Soundcore speakers. But with all that being said, I know that this isn't an apples to apples comparison, but I find it so interesting how two speakers with very similar speaker setups just perform and sound so differently from one another. Now, for me, it is hard to recommend the Bose S1 Pro Plus because of its sound and price, but this speaker can be useful for a pro that needs something small with XLR inputs. But even still, if you just need mics, then the Soundcore Rave 3S is a solid alternative, or you can also look at the Partybox 120 or Sony XV500. But overall, the Soundcore Rave 3S is a solid mid-sized box speaker that gives you a very big bang for your buck. It looks good, it sounds good, it comes included with two mics, and you can add a third if you want. But most importantly, its AI vocal removal tool is also very impressive. If you're looking for something to do lots of karaoke with, you really do have to check out the Soundcore Rave 3S. If you made it this far, I guess you enjoyed the video, so hit the like button and get subscribed. If you want to pick any of the products up, they'll be linked down below. And if you want to further support the channel, check out the merch. I made some shirts and hoodies that look and feel great. And you know I can be very particular, so I'll only slap my name on something if I'm really proud of it.